Hello, dear fans and subscribers. This is your host Ram on the cricket show, Cricket Happenings, welcoming you to yet another edition. This on a Monday, and it's the Indian Premier League 2022, the match which was played between Kolkata Knight Riders and Mumbai Indians at the D.Y. Patil Stadium today, which definitely had something in it for the bowlers. But well, it was KKR. Definitely, it was a must-win game for them to keep their hopes alive, and they went there and they did it by forcing the Mumbai Indians to collapse. KKR still can keep their hopes alive, depending on still there some matches to come, but they have definitely done themselves real favor by beating the Mumbai Indians by 52 runs at the D.Y. Patil Stadium. It was a spectacular collapse of the Mumbai Indians as from a score where they were definitely on the ascendancy, one could call. They really collapsed. It was 32 for 2, 32, and they collapsed to 113 all out. But definitely overshadowing a wonderful performance as far as the Mumbai Indians are concerned. It was Jasprit Bumrah picking up his first fifer in Indian Premier League 2022, and what a spell it was! It was an absolutely a tremendous spell of bowling from Bumrah, who kept the ball right there on the money and picked up 5 wickets for 10 runs. And also, normally Jasprit Bumrah is not a very animated character. He's a very subdued person, but here today we could see he was absolutely pumped up for every wicket he was getting. He was totally pumped up. He was celebrating it, and that was good to see. A fast bowler, I think, always needs a bit of aggression in them to really show it, which is always good to have when it comes to pace bowling, according to me. Well, so let's have a look at the card here. The Kolkata Knight Riders were the ones who batted first, and they had a good start. In fact, Venkatesh Iyer and Ajinkya Rahane opened innings, but it was Venkatesh Iyer who was really taking the attack by the scruff of the neck. It was his return to the Kolkata Knight Riders opening slot here, and Venkatesh Iyer did a very good job. In fact, he hit sixes of Daniel Sams, he hit sixes of Murugan Ashwin, and also Kumar Kartikeya. And he hit 3 sixes, 4 sixes in all, and 3 4s in a knock of 43 of 24 deliveries. And at the other end, it was Ajinkya Rahane who was steadying himself with a knock of 25 of 24, 3 4s, with Venkatesh Iyer doing all the hitting. In fact, Venkatesh Iyer's hitting has taken the score in the power play to almost 60 runs. And the first wicket to go was Venkatesh Iyer. His contribution in that 60 runs partnership between him and Rahane being 43 of 24 deliveries, which included 3 4s and 4 6s. Ajinkya Rahane, as I said, was a subdued innings from him, and his wicket was taken by Murli Kartikeya. It was a reverse sweep which went wrong for Rahane, and it was a goner. Venkatesh Iyer holed out. In fact, he got a top edge to a delivery from Kartikeya, and he was gone too. But after that, Nitish Rana was the only one who really gave some sort of real biff, one could say, as he contributed 43 of 26 deliveries, which included 3 4s and 4 6s. So definitely there was a lot of momentum at the top, no doubt about it, with the score moving on. But then it was Murugan Ashwin who took the vital wicket of the captain Shreyas Iyer. What a delivery from Murugan Ashwin! It was tossed up on and around the off and middle stump. The ball turned. There was a bounce, and Shreyas Iyer was on his forward press, as we call it, and the ball actually took the edge of the bat, and that was the wicket. And that was an absolutely a splendid wicket for Murugan Ashwin. He could be proud of that delivery that he bowled to a class player like Shreyas Iyer, and Shreyas Iyer was gone. What a beautiful delivery to get rid of the KKR captain. But after that, it was a Jasprit Bumrah show. In fact, it all started with Andre Russell after hitting a six, but not of Bumrah, of another bowler. But Bumrah actually got a ball to really hit the deck, and he beat Russell for pace. And Russell was wanting to heave the delivery, and it went to Pollard, who accepted it gleefully. Russell was gone for 9. Got Pollard, Bumrah. Nitish Rana got a fender bender. The ball rose up and it took the glove of Nitish Rana, and he was gone for 43 of 26 deliveries, 3 fours and 4 sixes. Rinku Singh was the only one who offered a semblance of respectability, but as I said, Bumrah was unstoppable today. Sheldon Jackson got by Sams, a very good catch taken by Daniel Sams. He had to cover a lot of ground, but he did it in the end, and he was a goner for 5. Pat Cummins also fell a victim to Bumrah, playing a shot which was an airy-fairy shot. The ball had the one hand coming off the bat as the ball went into the air. Tilak Verma taking a good catch. He was gone for naught. And then Bumrah continued to bowl another good delivery, which rose on Sunil Narine. And Sunil Narine, all that Sunil Narine could do was to watch himself actually go and have a prod at it. And he was trying to keep it away. And the ball actually hit the splice of the bat. And it was a real dolly of a catch to just be, not a dolly of a catch. Bumrah had to actually really sprint on his run-up and still took the catch. Wonderful catch. And that was the end of it. And that was the fifer from Jasprit Bumrah. The first fifer taken by Jasprit Bumrah in IPL. 5 wickets for 10 runs. What a bowling spell from him. And in the final over, he bowled an absolutely a dot over, one could say, as they were kept to 165 for 9. Rinki Singh was kept quite with some real dot deliveries, and Rinku Singh not out 23. And Tim Saudi was a victim of Sams for not. Varun Chakravarti not. 165 for 9 was what KKR put on the board. Well, if you look at the card there, 1 for 26 for Daniel Sams. Murugan Ashwin, that vital wicket of Shreyas Iyer, 1 for 35. But Jasprit Bumrah, what a spell from him. I mean, it was not only the spell, he was bowling with pace. He was really harrying the batsman with the pace and the bounce at the D.Y. Patil Stadium. And he was also an animated character, as the commentator said. Basically, as you know, Jasprit Bumrah is not a person who shows his reactions when he gets his wicket. But today, it was a different Jasprit Bumrah. Every time he was getting a wicket, he was pumped up and he was really going at the batsman. And 4 overs, 1 made and 10 runs and 5 wickets. A splendid, splendid spell. But what a shame that was overshadowed with KKR winning the match. Riley Mallet, 3 was done for 35, was extremely costly today. Kumar Kartikeya, 2 for 32, took the top 2 openers. Kiran Pollard, 2 overs, was thrashed for 26. Now it's a turn for the Mumbai Indians to chase a target of 166 to win the match. The start was not good. Rohit Sharma was an early victim of the bowling of Saudi. There was a bit of a doubt as well whether when Rohit Sharma went on the back foot and whether the ball carried to the keeper. But finally, with the review being done, it all came in the favor of Tim Saudi, and Rohit Sharma was gone for 2. Ishan Kishan was the only one who could really put bat to ball, and he played an innings. He was the highest scorer with 51 of 43 deliveries, which included 5 fours and 1 6. But other than that, I have to say this Mumbai innings was in real shambles. 32 for 1 at that stage, and then finally. Really, it's a real collapse, one could say, because if you look at it, it was just 81 odd runs and 9 wickets going down, which can never, as I said, Jasprit Bumrah bowling a tremendous spell of bowling was totally overshadowed by this defeat by Mumbai Indians. I really feel from Jasprit Bumrah for his effort, but definitely Kolkata Knight Riders deserve to win. Tilak Verma was a victim of Russell for 6 of 5 deliveries, 1 4. Ramandeep Singh was brought in today. He could contribute only 12. Russell picked up his wicket. Tim David hit a few lusty blows, 3 4s, but he was a goner as well. Caught Rahane bowled Varun Chakravarti for 13. The Varun Chakravarti finally getting some wickets here after a long time, and he wanted to hit him. He got a length ball on the middle stump, and he wanted to play a big shot. And that was the end of Tim David. Kiran Pollard got himself run out for 15 with a Varun SSIR combination. A beautiful swoop by Shreyas Iyer to get the stumps down. Daniel Sams was out for 1, holding out into the was caught behind at the bowling of Cummins. Cummins and Russell came into the really tore through the Mumbai Indians middle and lower order. Daniel Sams was gone for 1. Murugan Ashwin went for duck. Kumar Kartikeya for 3 run out. Bumrah was also run out. And as I said, this Mumbai innings lay in real shambles, one could call, as after even though they lost Rohit Sharma, Ishan Kishan was there was a real batting to come. But I thought the batting totally disappointed. As I said, one fields for Bumrah for his spell of 5 wickets for 10 runs, and 113 all out was the final tally for the Mumbai Indians, and the Mumbai Indians losing the match by 52 runs. So KKR definitely keeping their hopes alive, but for Mumbai Indians, is that just a mere formality, as they are already out of the race. The bowling, Tim Saudi, 3 overs, 1 for 10. Pat Cummins bowled well, 4 overs, 222. Andre Russell was costly, but 222 for his name. Sunil Narine, 4 overs, 1 for 21. Varun Chakravarti, 3 overs, 1 for 22. Good to see. Venkatesh bowled a solitary over for 8 runs. So that is as far as the match between KKR and the Mumbai Indians are concerned. So just wanting to tell you, the West Indian team the West Indian team has announced its team for to play against Pakistan. They are going to play some ODIs. I'm going to tell you that. I just wanted to share something here that the West Indies ODI tours, they're going to touring Netherlands and Pakistan, and there is something unique that is going to happen on this tour. There is a selection for somebody by a bloke by the name Kisi Karti, and he's the first St. Martin player from the West Indies to be selected for West Indies. So I think that's a very good achievement. There's not been any cricket players from St. Martin playing for West Indies, and I think this is a sort of a unique thing. We have some new faces as well by Sherman Lewis, Jaden Shields, we all know about him, and Nicholas Puran will lead the side. There's no Kiran Pollard, so it will be interesting to see how the West Indians go. And Shimron Hetmyer, as you know, he has become a father. He won't be available as well. Evan Lewis also won't be available. And Jason Holder, I think, has been rested. But nevertheless, so this is the West Indies tour to Netherlands and Pakistan coming up. Well, dear fans and subscribers, it's a very short cricket show today. Hope you all loved the broadcast, and look forward to your company once again now on a Saturday on the weekend. Today was off day for me, so I could basically come on air. And that's it from me, your host Ram, for the cricket show today. And look forward to having your company once again when I come back on Saturday. Until then, it's good night from here. Thank you.